Let's go through each of these in more detail. If /reports site, you just need to click the Buy Now button, select either the full version, or if you have an earlier version of Crystal Reports, purchase a license of SAP Crystal Reports 2020 with an upgrade discount. You just need to click the Buy Now button on the page and it will automatically add SAP Crystal Reports 2020 to your shopping cart on sapstore.com. If you are on the sap.com website, you can click the product heading. On the Product from A to Z page, enter the word Crystal for a search, then click on SAP Crystal Reports. Once you're on the Crystal Reports product page, you will find the Buy Now button. Click on it and you will be directed to your shopping cart. If you have already downloaded and installed the software and want to purchase a permanent license, you can buy it digitally from inside SAP Crystal Reports 2020. When opening SAP Crystal Reports 2020, a dialog box pops up asking if you want to buy the software. Click on Buy Now and you'll be redirected to the SAP Store checkout page. Alternatively, on the Start page of SAP Crystal Reports 2020, if you click on the link, it will take you straight to your shopping cart. And finally, there is the SAP Store website, sapstore.com. Enter Crystal as a search keyword and you will see the list of all Crystal Reports products that can be acquired through the SAP Store. If you select SAP Crystal Reports 2020 page, just click the Buy Now button to access your shopping cart. It displays your product selection and you can buy additional user licenses by clicking on Change Configuration. If you happen to have a coupon code, enter it here and the new amount will be automatically calculated. On the buyer information section, you will need to insert your contact details and your billing address. Make sure that the listed country is the correct one, as the payment options will be adjusted based on your country of purchase. If you already have an SAP Store account, you will just need to log in to populate your customer information automatically. You can now add your payment details, go through the terms and conditions, and confirm your order. This will finalize the process. As soon as your order is completed, you will receive a confirmation email with a download link and your product key code in another email. Note that there are two different ways of inserting your key code in SAP Crystal Reports. The first is when you launch SAP Crystal Reports 2020 installed with a temporary key code. Click on the Enter License button on the dialog box. Remember to remove your temporary code before adding the new one. The second way to enter your production license is by navigating to the menu. Click on Help, then select License Manager. Click Yes to authorize, remove the temporary code, and paste or type in the new product license key code you received, then click Add and OK. Now your SAP Crystal Reports 2020 software is ready for ongoing, uninterrupted use. For additional information, please visit crystalreports.com. Thank you for watching.
Hi everyone, this is Arjun from Great Learning. Employers, managers.
SAP HANA Introduction. SAP stands for Systems, Applications and Product in Data Processing. HANA stands for High Performance Analytic Appliances. For an example, there is a table which contains 2 trillion records and there are 4 fields called as customer ID, product ID, amount and quantity. Based on amount, I need top 5 customers. In MS SQL, it takes 5 hours, but in HANA, it takes only 6 seconds. The reason is SAP HANA in-memory database, column-oriented database, and massively parallel processing. We are going to see one by one. In-memory database. in-memory database is collection of table stored in memory. In the sense, database stores in RAM. In traditional database, suppose this is a system, user asks for a query. The query passes to CPU, from CPU to RAM, fetches the data from the DB and passes back to RAM, RAM to CPU and to the user. In SAP HANA, database stored in RAM, whenever user requests the query passes to CPU, CPU to RAM, it fetches the data and passes back to the CPU, CPU to user. RAM is 100,000 times faster in data processing. And second reason is database is kept close to CPU. Column DB. In traditional database, suppose we are going to store record in table that stores in row base. That means it stores at the backend when file is created and each record stores in row base. When you check for a simple query, who is my top customer, it is simply scans for a record, entire file, and it passes the query and fetches the data and answers for that query. Here example 106 is my amount is 600. In HANA, for each column there will be separate file will be created. For customer, it will be create separate file. For product, it creates separate file. For amount also it creates separate file. For quantity also it creates separate file. If I request for same query here, who is my top customer based on amount, it system scans for first file, that's for customer, which is required for us, and amount. Here shortcut to data will happen and it unnecessarily it won't scan the other rest of the file. Shortcut to data, we can say a shortcut to data. It gives with my top customer is 106 and amount is 600. Third reason is massively parallel processing. In traditional applications like SAP ECC, based on code to model, we're writing ABAP code. For example, we're writing report. We have to write the report and write the code and it gives the report. It is called as code to model. And in traditional applications are sequential processing. That means programs are divided into sub-programs, like complex programs are divided into sub. For example, I'll give one code process entire program, that is sequential processing, and